on to lesson 1. So we have our first item, which is a pumpkin. So who gave me the first step?
Move forward.
Move forward. All right. So let's look at this number. How many pumpkins do we have?
4.
4.
So how many times do I need to use pick pumpkin?
4.
4.
How can I do it in less amount of code? Can someone tell me?
Repeat.
Put
The repeat. The repeat block.
Repeat and pick forward, right?
Sorry.
Now, Javier, do you know what this repeat function does? Javier, do you know what this repeat function does?
Yes, it repeats a function.
Okay, repeats what function though? Does it repeat the forward?
No, it repeats the pickup pumpkin.
Okay,
Pumpkin.
good. So anything inside it will automatically pick it up. We will also be an external activity outside of code.org, just to let you know.
Will it be later or now?
Later, not now. So let's run this. And there you go.
What happened?
Why is it better to write code or write algorithms in shorter than longer responses?
I don't know.
Leon, do you think you have the answer? Why is it better to write shorter?
You like take up like way much less space and stuff.
Yes. So in real coding, when you do algorithms, the less lines of code you have, the less bytes you take for your storage. This is why having smaller amounts is better always. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and then I'll let you guys run lesson 9 throughout forward and check your progress within. So this is basically Python. Who can see my screen? For everyone else right now, we're no longer be using code.org. We're stopping code.org right now. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, who knows what sum means? The word sum. Who's taking a mathematics course that knows what sum means? What does sum mean? You're unmuted. You're not. You're still muted, Liana.
Sum is like the total of an amount.
A total amount. So in this case, we have def. So def in Python means definition. So we're defining a new function. So basically, we're making a dictionary of functions for our algorithm. So let's imagine we make a new word. Habibi Kabibi. Let's say I want to make Habibi Kabibi a new word in a dictionary that means I splash magic at your face. Basically, we put a new definition into the dictionary, and now we can use that definitional word for anything we use. In this case, we're using definition sum. So what do you think definition of the function sum is used for? Valentina?
I think that, wait, can you explain the question a little bit more detailed? Because I didn't really understand.
Okay, so we have a new definition of the word sum, or the function sum. So our function that we have is named sum. What does our function do if our function in name is sum?
It adds everything up.
It adds the numbers that we ask. So what if I had definition subtract?
It will add it up.
subtract.
It will subtract the numbers that you have with each other. So now we have definition sum, and we have A and B. A and B represents two numbers that we can take. A is so we have a thing called a variable. Who knows what a variable is? Raise your hand. Do you know what a variable is?
A variable is like the unknown that you're trying to find.
Yes and also no. Who's here played video games before?
I have.
I
Javier?
have.
Valentina?
Everybody
How many
has.
of you played Minecraft before?
I have.
I have.
A variable is basically a Minecraft chest, or a chest that can store an item. Do you understand that, guys?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So if I had variable A and I want to store a number in A, I could have A equals 3. So what does A have?
3.
A is equal to 3. So A stores the number 3 into its own value. So then we're going to look at this definition function. So we have definition sum. So this saying we're defining a new function called sum. And then for the result of our function, we have return. What do you think return means?
Give it back.
We give it back to the person who's using our code or using our program. and it gives them the answer to what we provided, which is return a plus b. Now, we have a new